All right, welcome, Energy and Flowers. It is day 20, and I'm Jet here. Gonna work on melt. We're gonna do the rebalance technique. So everything you see here is what you need: your yoga mat and your melt roller. If you don't have one, grab a beach towel or maybe roll up your yoga mat, and if you have extra, roll up another one. But mine's pretty long, pretty long. I'm going to use it on my spine from my hips to my head. The cool thing about a melt roller is they smile. Sorry, I'm a little, I'm a little pressed down. Let's go ahead and get into it and assess yourself. With melt, we always assess and then reassess and see where our melt journey comes from. We're coming in the back door of your nervous system. This is created by Sue Hitzman, a craniosacral therapist in New York, who's absolutely brilliant. Bring those hands down and extend those legs, and let's assess. So, going to check into something called masses and spaces. Masses being the parts of your body that are on the floor, spaces being the parts of your body that are up off the floor. So, mass of the head ideally is directly behind the bridge of the nose. So, I melted before this, so I'm pretty spot on right now. I feel pretty big shoulder connection. So, ideally, you'd have feeling like your shoulders are spread out nice and wide. Rib connection, listen to that, rib connection all the way down to where women define the bra line. Not your spine, not your shoulder blades, okay? So notice if you have those would be common imbalances. And then let's check a head turn assessment. Lighten your head, turn your head from one side to the other, and then eyes back up to the ceiling. We're checking out your shoulder girdle, the first area where stress likes to hang out, and that's probably one of my biggest spots for me. Let's go on down. Well, let's finish with the hands. So ideally, arms, what's touching one side is touching the other side. So I feel knuckles on each hand, and I feel, honestly, a little bit more forearm on my right side than my left. All right, coming on down to the second area where stress likes to hang out is the diaphragm. Let's check that out by putting your finger over your belly button, and you're going to look for your low back arch. So your low back arch ideally goes from belly button, starts here, apex is somewhere in the middle, and then to your sacrum. Notice what you got feeling. If you're feeling like the belly button is the apex of the arch, you've got a mid back arch. If you feel it's super huge, like coming from your shoulder blades and then coming to your pelvis, well, then you've got an upper back arch. All right, and then I want you to inhale and then exhale. Ideally, that diaphragm travels beautifully through your body, right? And notice if you have a little catchy breath, right? Okay. Third area where stress likes to hang out. Pelvis. Ideally, you have two butt cheeks equally weighted to the floor. Notice if you have tail triangle or tailbone kind of poking down. I've got a little combo action. Back of thighs ideally are down. If they're up or one's up, you might have a little something going on in your pelvis. You have a space behind your knees. The calves are down, equally weighted. Outer third of your heel touching the floor and toes pointing about 12 feet up. And if you're in a house with regular ceilings, about where the ceiling meets the wall. Excellent. That's our assessment. That's where you're at right now. Let's take our melt journey and see where that takes us. We're going to do the rebalance technique with a couple extra something. So you saw that I rolled the roller to my little butt cheeks, and I'm rolling up. And it might feel like I'm almost off, but my tailbone, as I poke myself in my butt, is just at the edge of the roller, and then I'm coming down. And notice this. I'm going to bring my hands over, and my head is completely on this roller. My shoulder blades are going to be either side of the roller, and my butt cheeks are on either side of the roller. My heels are pointed towards my sits bones, and my ankles are just underneath my knees. My feet are, like hip distance apart, not out, not too close together, right? From here, we're going to do something called gentle rocking, and this is just introducing your spine to roller. Roller meets spine, spine meets roller. I am going to allow my hip and my shoulder and my ear to drip down one side, kind of like butter on pancakes. We're just kind of dripping and then coming center. It's like take the fork, put the pat of butter back in the middle, and then it drips down. All right, let's do one more each side. Nose stays in alignment with your belly buttons, belly button. And then eyes pointed towards the ceiling. Relax here for a minute. We're going to do pelvic tilt and tuck. Let's put your hands on your ribs. No Beyonce dancing. You're not popping those ribs out. Keep them heavy. Everything comes from the hip. You're going to rotate the hip, the pelvis around your femur head, which is right here. All right, here we go. It's very subtle. It's like I'm going to drift my tailbone down to my feet, and that's going to flatten my back. That's my tuck. And like you yell at the dog, it tucks its tail. And then the tilt is when you pet the kitty and it sticks its booty back, right? And so that creates a low back arch. And for me, I run around with more of a tuck than a tilt, so I can actually go pretty far with this tilt and actually feel normal. Like, oh, wait, that's how it's supposed to be. All right, so find your neutrals. Find where you're happy between this tilt and the tuck, and it's not too much of one or the other. Hold here. You're going to bring one hand over your sternum. We're going to do some breathing, a breathing technique, a 3D breath breakdown. So you're going to inhale a little slower than normal, and then exhale a little slower than normal, noticing the rise and fall of your chest and belly. Ideally, try to get them to both move at the same time. A little harmony of breath. So my yogis, that's your harmony of breath. And again. And you'll feel a subtle pressure into the roller as well. So this lifting and lowering, kind of like an accordion. Yeah? Let's do one more breath. Excellent. Keep your low back neutral. Fingertips are going to point right across from each other. I'm going to put them on my ribs. Thumb is going to be at my bra line. And I'm going to allow my elbows to drift down to the floor. I'm going to breathe the width of my breath now. Inhale and exhale. And as I inhale, my fingertips slightly pull away. And as I exhale, they come closer together. One more. Good, good. All right. From here, one hand on your collarbone, thumb on one side, fingertips on the other. Other hand goes below the belly button. If you can reach your pubis bone with no problem, go ahead. I've got something between a alligator arms and T-Rex arms, so mine don't reach that far without me tilting my body. So I'm going below my belly button, and I'm just going to breathe, noticing the subtle pressure into my shoulders, maybe even a little lift of my collarbone, as well as a pressure into my pelvis. So this is the elongation of your breath, kind of like blowing a balloon animal up. You're starting to blow one of those balloons. Good, good. Oh, cameo shot. That was Anna, their happy tail. Again. All right, and you can see I've got a little rocking sensation going back and forth. I'm not doing that. My body's doing that. We're following the vagus nerve. Vagus meaning wandering. It goes from your brain, follows the aorta, and ends up in your mesentery of where your guts, your intestines connect. Now I'm going to have you make a little frame your belly button. I want you to inhale and then exhale, noticing that exhale and a huggy squeeze that goes on below into your lower area of your body. Inhale again. You're going to make an SH sound like a cranky librarian when you exhale. Shh. Notice that hug. Inhale again when you exhale like a truck tire letting out air. Inhale again when you exhale, HA sound. Now, whichever one that you felt that hug below, including your pelvic floor lifting and that psoas muscle doing a little contraction, do that again. For me, it was the SE sound, the truck tire letting out air. Keep that low back neutral. Good. One more. Breathe normal. Excellent. All right, reach those hands up, kind of like you're holding a present, and you're going to tease your little sibling. My shoulder blades are wrapped around the roller, and then I'm going to reach out. Here's the present. I can't have it. Retract the shoulder blades around the roller. Reach, retract. Come down a little lower. Reach, retract. Reach, retract. Come a little lower. Reach, retract. Reach, retract. Now hug a big tree that gets bigger, bigger, and bigger. Tree disappears, and I put a balloon in your hand. Toss it to one side, toss it to the other, toss to one side, toss to the other. Make a loose fist. Bop that balloon one side, bop it to the other. Keep going, keep going. Now open those hands up, palms towards the floor. Back of the hands, swats the balloon side to side. So this is called double arm reach. Notice what you're feeling, that slight pull underneath your skin. Make a loose fist. Bop the balloon again, maybe even feeling this underneath those ribs and all the way through from one side to the other. And like this, you might feel that spiral pull. Open those hands up, place them down on the floor. Inhale real big. When you exhale, drift towards me. And then you're going to be in your forearm. Turn your head a little bit towards me and reach the opposite hand away. And you're going to feel a subtle tug from those fingers to shoulders to neck to head. Keep your smile. If you don't like this one, if you've had a neck injury, you probably want to opt out from this one. Drift over to the other side. Reach fingertips away. Turn away a little bit, just a little bit. Inhale real big. When you exhale, come center. Bring your hand on your heart. We're going to do that again. Lean towards me. Reach hand away. You're not going to fall. Your feet are there. You've got you. And guess what? If you start to tip, bring your hand down. You'll be just fine. Inhale. When you exhale, come center. Hand comes down. Other hand on chest. Pull. Lean. Tilt head. Breathe, breathe. And then exhale. Come back center. Whew. Bring those hands down. Extend one leg out. Drip. Hip. And shoulder, gentle with your head. Pull the roller out from underneath you. Let's reassess. All right. I don't know about you, but I feel like a tortilla. I feel pretty flat. Yeah, mass in my head directly behind the bridge of my nose, feeling super heavy. The space of my neck and the arch of my low back are the same. I'm feeling no spine at all. My shoulders feel super wide. Now my arms are equally weighted, where the forearms are down on my left as well as my right. Feeling very equal. My butt cheek connection is it's pretty heavy. All right, I'm not feeling tail triangle or tail bone anymore. That's pretty crazy. Back of thighs down, calves equally weighted. I'm feeling pretty normal right across the line. I was doing really good, but now I feel super duper heavy. Excellent. Turn to one side, face me. I'm gonna stay a little bit down so you can see my face. Get some water. You've got a 15-minute window to take care of your body. And to put fluids into your body. And you're like, Jeanette, I drink water all the time. When you do this, it's like getting a massage. And they always have that water out, with little fruit in it or cucumbers and stuff. You can do that for yourself. But get water, just straight water, drink it, at least 8 to 10 ounces, because we pulled fluids from somewhere else in your body to make you feel so good right now. And if you don't replenish, you're going to get a cramping sensation. It's like that Cinderella thing where everything turns into, broken pumpkins. And you don't want to be a broken pumpkin. So thanks for playing with me. I will see you later on for some more chair fit. All right, I will talk to you later. Have a great 30 days of flow.